It's that time again. Let's set up more mourning gecko babies. This time, both of the mourning geckos already hatched within the last 24 hours, so we get to see both of them go into the enclosure today, and they choose chaos. We'll just put it that way for now. First adding the substrate, and then we have our moss to add to the corner for a little extra humidity. And of course decor, followed by a small mist of the enclosure. Now the next step I didn't really show in my last mourning gecko video, but it is to add springtails to this enclosure. It's hard to clean the habitat without risking having the geckos escape, so adding springtails will ensure that it stays appropriately clean for the short amount of time they're going to be in here. And then, of course, we get to add our little gecko friends. Like I said, both of them have already hatched, and this is kind of where the chaos begins. I tried to get a really beautiful artistic shot here of the gecko coming out of the tube, and she sure did come out of the tube, but a little faster and more skittish than I was anticipating. How about we see that again in super slow motion? She ran all the way up my sleeve and thankfully stayed there, so I was able to get her back into the enclosure. But her sister was not much better. You can see me struggling here. She decided to run all over the table as well, so thankfully I had the lid to use as a catch cup, and I was able to capture her and get some really cool footage after the fact as well. Now let's hurry and get the lid on this habitat so I don't have to chase around any more geckos tonight. Thank you very much. This is the tube the eggs were laid in, and it lists the lay date as well as the type that the geckos could be. So then I just copy that information as well as the hatch date, which I try to figure out here. This helps me just for record keeping purposes, and so I can see how long the eggs are taking to incubate. So I put that information onto the enclosure, and that finalizes the setup. Let's go add them on the shelf next to the rest of the mourning gecko babies.